Good morning, guys. How's everybody doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing great.
Busy?
Busy morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
Would you care first to address the Chargers and Raiders announcement from last night? You sent out a statement saying that it seems like they're abandoning the city.
Well, I think what we saw last night speaks volumes about true intentions and what has been happening over the last several weeks, all the back and forth and the animosity. We found out now that they've been planning this, according to ESPN, for about 9 months. I'm all about protecting us here in San Diego and looking out after the San Diego fans, not worrying about the 25% of the Charger fans in Los Angeles. San Diegans deserve the team to stay here. We're going to continue to fight for that, but I will tell you, it takes a willing partner in order to do that. We have the best fans in the world here in San Diego. We have folks that are working together on a real plan. But to see the fact that the Chargers over the last several months have been saying they were monitoring things in LA, they were keeping an eye on LA. Well, that wasn't open and upfront with San Diegans. They were actively working to go to LA with the Raiders. That's not being upfront with San Diegans. That's not being upfront with the fans. We deserve an honest and open dialogue. I'm not going to let that distract me from the job that we have to do here in San Diego, to get a plan together and to move it forward.
Does it change the urgency? Does it make the city or the advisory board want to speed up the timeline of a possible building a new stadium?
Yeah, I'll be working with the representatives of the group to get together a plan that I think is going to protect San Diegans, that I think is going to work. It's real unfortunate that we learned that according to ESPN over the last 9 months, Chargers weren't being upfront with San Diegans. The Chargers weren't being upfront with the fans. They're actively working with the Raiders and not telling anybody in San Diego. That's not how you get things done. San Diegans deserve better. We're going to be working together on a plan. I'm looking forward to a very open, direct conversation with Mr. Spanos, but I'm not going to let this distract from our job, which is to put something together for San Diegans. That's what's important to me.
But does it speed up that timeline, or are you still telling the advisory group to have the plan by this fall?
We're absolutely going to speed up that timeline because now that what we've seen, what's happening when the Chargers weren't being open with San Diegans and they're pushing forward with the Raiders, we're going to work very quickly. But as I said before, for us it's got to be a plan that protects San Diegans and work for San Diegans. The Chargers seem to be concerned about 25% of their fans in LA. I'm supporting the 75% of fans right here in San Diego. They got a mayor that stands behind them. They got a mayor that's going to work to get this done.
You seem pretty upset about this new development. Does this damage the relationship between the city and the Chargers in any way?
The way you get things done is to be upfront, to be open and honest. And when San Diegans are waking up across the city this morning and see that the Chargers were working with the Raiders for the past 9 months, weren't being upfront about what they were doing, that's no way to get things done. But at the same time, I'm not going to let that distract us from what we need to do here in San Diego. I'm committed more than ever to get this done, and San Diegans are. They have a mayor that's going to fight for them. They have a mayor that's going to fight for the city. That's important right now.
I imagine the Chargers would say, hey, we've been trying to get a stadium for more than a decade. It's no secret that we wanted one, and there's been no progress, so should you really be surprised that they're looking somewhere else?
Well, I think for the first time you had a mayor who have said, we need a new stadium. That's been missing in this dialogue for the last decade or so. Mayor who's committed to putting a plan together. But while all at the same time, the Chargers were working with the Raiders, not just monitoring things in LA, but actively working. That explains a lot, guys. That explains a lot about why over the last several months, every meeting with the Chargers saying, let's get together, let's talk about what we need to do, has been at our request, not the Chargers' request. They weren't interested in moving forward. They were trying to work with the Raiders. Well, we're going to put our plan together. We're going to stand up for San Diegans. We're going to stand up for San Diego Charger fans.
Do you have any concrete evidence as to when they started purchasing the property there?
No, I did. No, just like you, we found out about it last night. No, this wasn't upfront from the Chargers. So, according to ESPN, they've been working on this for 9 months. Have no idea on them. They're purchasing property in LA. It's not how you work together with folks.
If the Chargers leave, would the city pursue another NFL team?
I'm interested in getting it done and getting a stadium deal done that works for us and San Diegans. You need to have a very upfront and direct conversation with Dean Spanos to get his true intent. I'm looking forward to doing that.
When will that happen?
next several days.
Do you have any response, just kind of as a sports fan, if you're a sports fan, the fact that they're teaming up with the Raiders?
Yeah, if you're a sports fan, you're saying, guys, this is not, getting together with the Raiders, not telling San Diegans about it. San Diegans have to find out about it by reading the paper, all the while saying, oh, we're just monitoring things in L.A., we're keeping our options open. No, that's not what happened.
I mean, Chargers fans have no love towards the Raiders.
No, they don't. Charger fans are great fans. They deserve the team right here. And they've got a mayor that's standing up for San Diego and for our fans.